Alrighty, welcome to the first of many content reveals that we have planned for Cobblemon Champions and the evolution that is to come. We just got done talking about this and revealing it last night during our very first live stream, and even during that moment, we had promised a lot more information to come. And so, in full transparency, we want to be able to share as much as humanly possible with you, the community, to prepare you for what's to come, to kind of give you some excitement about the systems that we are building, and to let you share in some of the excitement that we have in bringing these systems to life. And so tonight we're going to focus and feature the Battle Tower, one of the most impactful components of our world as it is right now from a competitive standard. We're going to bring that into the new world, but we're bringing it in a brand new way, a much cleaner format, something that is cutting edge technology. One of the most exciting things to Cobblemon 1.7 that we get to bring to you, the community now, that we are again just absolutely thrilled about. And so tonight I'm going to walk you through what that looks like, some of the rules and how it works. And then I'll even show you maybe how a battle starts and everything like that. So, without further ado, let's take a stroll into the battle tower and talk to the attendant. So very simple, straightforward. Walk inside. You're going to come into the lobby. You're going to have access to the PC here. You're going to have access to the healing machine here, and you're going to have the attendant. Now the attendant's going to be able to walk you through things a little bit, give you some instructions, and tell you kind of what the rules are. But let me go ahead and just clear up some of that up for you now, so that way you can be prepared for it ahead of time. First of all, when you start this tower run, you are locking in that team that you start the run with. Whatever team that you choose, that's locked in. Right? And we don't have this rotational gimmicks and legendaries being allowed or not allowed and different Pokemon. There is none of that right now. It's just the system handles all of that, and the level of difficulty increases as you rise through the ranks of the trainers. Really, really exciting feature in that regard. And the gimmicks that you're allowed to use also become enabled as you rise through the ranks. And so, starting out on floor 1, you get absolutely zero access to gimmicks, but as do the opponent trainers as well. But as you rise through the ranks, you start to gain access to these gimmicks, but you have to plan ahead of time. How far of a run are you going to make? Because again, you've locked in your team. You cannot change your held items. You cannot change the Pokemon themselves. And so if you planned on using Mega Venusaur down the line, you're going to have to go ahead and plan for that ahead of time. And it's going to set you back a little bit of competitive power in the first few floors, because you're going to be holding a Mega Stone, and it's not going to do you a whole lot of good for your Venusaur in the very beginning. But as you enable access to those, well, then the power, of course, comes online. So a very exciting feature with that. But to continue on, you're going to gain access to many different functions in this system, and I'll show you what some of those look like when I show you the UI. But just know that team is locked in, right? And so as we start to kind of explore these different competitive teams, you're going to have to come up with a balanced situation to address all the different opponents that you might come up against. You can ascend over 80 different floors, and you could match up against over one of 150 different unique teams. And so to gain access to that, you're going to come into the tower. You're going to talk to the attendant and say, "Yes, I'm ready. Let's do this thing." And the attendant's going to warp you right to the second floor of the tower. Now every one of these tower floors looks identical, and it's really important to note that this is a virtual system. This is not a literal physical climb the stairs or a ladder or fly to the top of the tower kind of situation. We have multiple floors in here just for ease of access and to kind of reduce some of the crowding. We don't want everyone to be on the same floor, kind of trying to compete for battles and things like that. And so multiple floors have the exact same access. And so it's important to note, as you can see here, if I turn around, the attendant sent me to floor 2, but there's a little elevator here, and if you click these buttons, you can go up or down. You can ascend or descend the tower at will. But again, every floor is identical. It has the exact same utility and the exact same access. Here, again, you're going to get access to a PC and a healing device, and then you're going to get access to the Battle Tower block itself. So let's go ahead and open up that UI. It's very clean and give you a look at what we're looking at here. So you can see I'm starting on floor 1. That's what's highlighted there at the bottom. I'm set to level 50 normalization. Legendary Pokemon are turned off. Very important to notice that you can turn on the usage of legendary Pokemon, or you can turn that off. Now you would say, well, why in the world would I limit myself, right, Bird? The reality is, if you turn on legendary Pokemon, you can still ascend to the tower, but you will get far fewer rewards because you have so much more power on your team. You get far more rewards should you turn off legendary access. And so keep that in mind as you're also building your teams. Formats include things like singles, doubles, and even a co-op mode, which is really fun. I bring 3, you bring 3. We can see how far we can go. You've got normal mode, you've got boss mode, you've got other modes that you can randomize mode. You can go against so many different unique team builds here. There's a leaderboard that shows who's ascended the highest, a little bit of a flex opportunity to show just who might be able to go to the very top, right? And you can see who's the leader in singles and in doubles and in co-op. You can see who's used legendaries and who hasn't, right? You can see all this really cool stuff. And then finally on the right-hand side, you've got the shop. You get battle points. For every floor that you defeat, you get battle points. Again, you get fewer of them if you use legendaries, but you still get some even if you use legendaries. And you get these battle points and they accumulate and you can purchase items. We're going to have a whole suite of items available to be purchased here. Nothing there right now for you to see. We don't want to reveal too much, but you can see in the top right corner your balance of battle points. And then those items will be available for purchase at any time. As soon as you come to this block, you can purchase those items, assuming you have the appropriate amount of points. You can see Mega, Terra, and Dyna are currently grayed out on my screen. That's because they are inaccessible at floor 1. You have to rise through the ranks to get access to those gimmicks. Good luck, right? So we lock in my team. We're locked in. We're ready to go. Level 50 normalization, no legendary Pokemon, and we start the battle. It's just that simple. And we just keep going, and we keep going, and we keep going until we either decide to stop and call it quits, or we get defeated. And that's when finally you get awarded your battle points. And so for every floor you defeat, you get a certain amount of points, right? But you don't get access to those points until you leave the tower for good. So you stop your run or you get defeated, then you're awarded your total amount of points for that run. So keep that in mind. You can't buy competitive items along the way as you're rising the ranks through the tower. You have to call it quits in order to get access to your points. And finally, when you do call it quits, just a heads up, there will be a small cooldown as well to stop some of that, to make that competitiveness feel a little bit more valuable and to inject a little bit more value into that process. And a little bit of an opportunity cost in ensuring that you go as far as you possibly can without making it too grindy, so to speak. So that's our battle tower, something that we are incredibly excited about. It's clean. It's far less buggy. It has so much more opportunity, and just something that we are incredibly excited to bring to the community and hope that you're excited to receive. But until next time, please stay tuned for the next release that's about to come out here, maybe in just a day or two, of more information to come for our brand new world. Thanks.